Let's take a look at the process for doing a bushing. Here we go. A bushing has a male NPT thread on one end and a female NPT thread on the other. And usually there's some hex that you can grab onto to twist things with. So let's look at the parameters. There's a male pipe outside and inside diameter and length, and a male pipe taper. And you'll see that there's a male thread. And then there's a hex, which is measured across the flats. You'll see that in a moment. And a hex width. And this one. Oh, and look, the way I made this hole, it's not a parameter. It is just a hole. And so you would go over here to fix that, to change the hole size. You do the same thing on the thread. Okay. So there we go. And so I exported that and I looked around and let's take a look. I found if I can get this fixed up for you so that you can see it. I found something about a hex bushing that told me how long the male thread was and the thickness of the hex and the distance across the flat. And of course, then you just have to know which size the male is and what size the female is. So I took that information and made myself a table. Okay, so I figured though that's all that's right in here. And so I looked for a 1/2 NPT male M by 1/4 NPT female F. And so this just came from my pipe sizes. I found that before. I know where to find my pipe sizes. They're right here. Okay, if I want to find those, I can find those right here. Pipe sizes, 1/2, 0.84, 0.622. So I was able to make that. Male pipe OD, male pipe ID, and the length I took from that bushing chart. And the length across the flats. So the way I modeled this, you want to look at it. See, I went from the center to the flat. So I need to know halfway across the flats because that's what I modeled. I modeled it halfway across the flats. So I want halfway across the flats. So here I wrote down distance across the flats divided by 2. And then I had the hex width and so on and so forth. So this is my parameter table. And I went to my parameters and I made sure that they're all the same. Now, I have my standard base one, right? So I have to go put those in. 0.84, 0.622, length is 0.688, 0.4375, and 0.19. There we go. And then I just need to make sure that my hole is a 1/4 NPT. It is. And that my thread is a 1/2 NPT. Got it. There we go. So this one now becomes my, where is it? File, save as, and it is an NPT bushing 0.5 NPT, I'm going to make those capitals, NPT male by 0.25 NPT female. So now I have my instance also. Okay. So I have my base. I have my parametric table. And I have my instance whose parameters match my parametric table. Here we go. So that's how you do a bushing.